And we're back for our final matchup of the night. It is the last time we're going to be seeing Dust2 this evening, and it should be a blast. It is FaZe Clan versus Space Soldiers, or the ex-Space Soldiers now, and I'm joined by a man from space himself. It's Snods. Is the moon made of cheese?
I don't know. I haven't seen the Wallace and Gromit film actually, so I wouldn't actually I have, and I can't remember how it ends. But yeah, it could be, for all I know. But essentially, last map of the day, Dust2 of course, for Dust2 in each and every series, and here we are now, final hurdle before the finish line.
Dust2. Both the Dust2 games we've had have been incredibly similar. Nothing really out of the ordinary between both of them. What are your thoughts on this one?
It depends. Obviously, we see FaZe lose the first map on Inferno, a map which is very strong for FaZe, and a map which is also very good. As of late, it seems like for Space Soldiers in recent form, they've looked good. You know, taking Astralis to the distance in triple overtime. Other teams as well, they seem to do very well in Pro League on Inferno, so no strange to see them do well there. Dust2 though, considering how well Xantares was playing, Calyx as well, we didn't see much from Guardian or Nico, the star players, which we need to see here on Dust2 from FaZe Clan. Then again, with the tenure of this team, I do feel like they can come back into this one. I think it's a 1-1 series, so I think FaZe Clan do take this one 16 to 11 or 12.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw FaZe Clan revitalized for this matchup and they split the series 1-1. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for Space Soldiers either. If you're going into a matchup and you said, hey look, you're going to be playing against FaZe and you're going to take 3 points, you take that and you think, all right, fair enough, you know, this is going to be a pretty good series for us. That's something that they can use. They're already in a pretty good position in terms of the food chain of the standings, so anything they can get is going to help them and bolster them up further. So if you split the series, you take 3 points each, that's probably the best case scenario they can really ask for, because FaZe are definitely a team of just raw superstars. You put them on a map like Dust2, that physically allows them to just sort of explode out of control, but we do need to see them wake up a bit. As much as we saw Xantares, the big man, playing very well on the side of Space Soldiers, it only really was Olofmeister as a standout for me on FaZe.
Exactly that. And Olofmeister, in terms of his positions, playing towards B, he hasn't got the roles like he had on Fnatic, you could say, where if he drops 30 kills, he's going to have the same impact as, say, a 30 kill from Guardian or Nico, in terms of his positioning.
We might do into this round at least. They're pushing him. He is supported by Guardian. As the frags are coming through, Guardian gets one. They're being pepper sprayed down, but Olofmeister is still staying alive as he Cha-Cha slides around, but Calyx has been able to backline them, and Nico gets absolutely annihilated there. Popped in the head by Xantares. Calyx is just going to burst out and overthrow Rain, and it is just Karrigan that remains now in an awkward position. It's a 1 versus 3, Snuds.
No defuse kit. And no chance as Xantares gets his second, Calyx as well. How fitting is that dynamic duo to get all 5 kills? As it goes 1-0 for Space Soldiers. Mac 10 investment here for Engin. Paz as well, obviously going to be anticipating the full eco from FaZe Clan as they are on their CT side. And
Service died.
Yep. It's all going so well,
I feel
Jack.
like who just wants server back.
Oh dear. No one would have got that, but that was pretty good.
Well, we are back at least. Xantares kicking it off pretty nicely, does get that frag on Nico. However, he has taken an abundance of damage for it, Snods. It wasn't the cleanest affair, but the aggression coming through, that double kill was juicy. It might only be against pistols, but it's certainly looking good for them as they are being picked to pieces. The vultures of Space Soldiers are swarming, and it is only Guardian that remains. He will now be desecrated like a coconut.
Did you desecrate coconuts?
The only 2 times you ever really use the word desecrated are desecrated remains and desiccated coconuts.
Really?
I think so. I've never really heard it used anywhere else.
So where did you find this sort of knowledge?
I don't know.
Just life experience?
Yeah. Coconuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Into this one then, the buy round. Orp on a Guardian. 4 M4s as well. The fuse kit onto Karrigan, but the utility is so scarce. Smokes, and that's about it. No Molotovs to thwart a execution towards the A site. It seems like Space Soldiers are going to be going for that set play. Smokes could be lined up and pinned and ready to go, as they have the backup as well as Engin on the flank with the Mac 10 to try and catch Karrigan off guard. Let's see how this one does play out. Where are those smokes landing?
Oh, they're going to try and go for the drop straight through into CT, but they don't realize that Rain is there, and he has just been able to explode upon them. Annihilates 2 men. There is a trade back from Xantares at least, so he takes down Olofmeister, and they're now into a 3 versus 4 in the round. What more could Space Soldiers get, though? Or is this actually going to be an upset round picked up from FaZe Clan? Major starts to make his move, and potentially his mark on the site. The only mark that's left is his blood splattered across the ground by Nico. Push comes out towards Long, and Engin. Revan is Engin as he starts to push his way up with that MAC-10 drawn. Big digs coming through. Shuts down Nico. And this is looking like it should still be around for the T side now, Snods.
Bomb planted towards Long as well as Engin has. Picked up the M4 from Nico. Bomb isn't planted though for the pit. It's planted for the platform. So, Guardian with the AWP. He has a smoke as well for the bomb. Bomb does get smoked off. This should be the round win here for FaZe as the defuse comes through. Guardian can hold for the peak as well. As Engin gets close, finds the kill onto Guardian, but doesn't quite connect the shots onto Rain. And there you have it. Fuse comes through 2-1 as the first buy round goes in favor of FaZe Clan.
That's unfortunate. At least it was quite a costly round that FaZe Clan will win. They do save the AWP, however, and can pass that over. Going to be passing it around. Guardian not really wanting it. Throws it over to Olofmeister. Nico now going to be grabbing the weapon. Let's see what he could get up to. Ooh, early tags coming through as well. That's actually just from Major's AK as he spams down mid early on into this round. Call him Tony Two Tap.
What's that reference from?
Nothing. It's just that would be his name because he's got 2 taps off.
Ah. Flash over towards Long. 1-for-1 exchange there for both these teams. Nico with the AWP though still in towards Pip. As the backup of Rain. Xantares just walks in anywhere. And it's his site now. Look at me, Jack. I'm the captain now.
Yeah, he is the captain now.
Site is his. 4 versus 2. And just like magic, the round's over. FaZe Clan having to save.
Interesting enough, I just remembered as well. Do you know that Major got married recently?
Did actually, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he announced it on Twitter that he is now a married man.
Yep.
Congratulations to Major. Did you see my tweet?
No.
The one of me with blonde hair, where I said hashtag Throwback Thursdays to when I was the IGL with Space Soldiers.
No.
I do look very similar to Major in that picture.
I'm going to take a look at it now, actually.
I think you'd enjoy it. It was quite accurate, to be honest.
Let's see. Let's plug the Twitter real quick. At voice crack. At Jackie CSGO. Let's take a look.
Space Soldiers going the distance so far as they get the 3rd round, and FaZe Clan were forced to just save those 2 weapons, so at least they still have the AWP and AK in circulation.
Yeah, unfortunately, there just isn't any internet here. So I can't actually see.
Are you struggling to find it?
Yeah. I've seen the tweet. But it's just, look, you can see it's just a blank.
Yeah. Well, imagine me, and then a picture of Major, and there you go.
Sure, it's brilliant, mate. I'm sure it's absolutely brilliant. Flashes in towards middle. Nico here with the AWP had the boost as well in towards short early on. Calyx trying to see if he can do his best in Tarev's impression, and right now, I couldn't tell the difference.
No, but straight out Snods, looking effective as ever, as they have been able to swarm the site and secure control. The Molotov is down over towards window as well. And it looks like this could be another save for FaZe Clan. Not ideal, as they will be drawing back and conceding already. They really want to keep these weapons in play. But they haven't really been given much of an opportunity to actually use them. Space Soldiers carrying on that foul momentum from Inferno instantly onto their T side here. And exploding, looking very effective. Nico will get 1 kill as well on the way out as he eliminates Xantares. Quite a nice pick.
Save once again from FaZe Clan. We've been seeing this very often from Inferno on the FaZe Clan CT side, and now on the CT side of Dust2 as well. 4-1 from Space Soldiers. So, they did save all their weaponry, AK, UMP, and an AWP. Olofmeister and Guardian aren't going to be forcing around the safe weaponry though. This is going to be the eco coming out for those two players. Nico with a very good spawn towards A long, but unfortunately for him, it seems like a fast play towards B from Space Soldiers. 3 players in the tunnels. They're versus the UMP. Oh, those flashes are perfect.
Oh, the double spray down. Carrigan going to be able to pick up a kill apiece. It does leave him already into the 3-on-3 here. Xantares, what can he do? Can he save the day for his team? Doesn't realize that Rain was behind him, who will get the drop on him. Finds that headshot up. It does now fall into the favor of FaZe Clan, but Major will trade it back with a big infiltration play out towards the A site. Drops the Molotov as well to ward off the push from Rain. He knows his limits though, holds for the meantime. And will then start to reaggress. There is 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. Tons and tons of time. No need to overreact here. Major needs to react fast, and unfortunately, slightly delayed. Leaves Rain on 2 HP, but this is winnable. Engin, the one-on-one. Both of them tremendously low. One shot from either of these 2 AKs could kill each player.
Smoke still here towards middle. Will allow for the cross towards the B site for Engin. Valuable seconds here for his advantage. Rain coming in towards the tunnel as well. Engin has to be very careful of his position. He knows that one shot will take him down, but he's played this perfectly. If he plays outside of the site, I see no way in which Rain can win this, unless the timing is really in his favor.
Thing is, he has that Molotov as well. One tick from the Molotov would kill Rain. He holds it. The confidence from him. Just decided to sit there and peek the angle. Does get the kill. Eliminates Rain, and that is now a 5th round picked up. Space Soldiers looking pretty darn effective on the T side so far. Being able to really go toe-to-toe and just beat out FaZe Clan in the majority of these situations. The rebuy will come back through. Nico given the AWP for the 2nd time now. But can he actually change the present with that AWP? The push comes out towards long. Carrigan was detected in the end. And they've just cut his head clean off. They've been able to get this map control so easily every time. And the frags are coming through rapidly. Nico is burning, and Nico will go down.
2 versus 4 then. Cross coming in now. The spam through the smoke from Guardian doesn't connect anything. Olofmeister through the smoke as well, getting desperate here. It's all about desperation for FaZe Clan. They're down 6-1 now as we head into round number 8. Once again, pistols here for FaZe Clan. So we're going to be witnessing probably the 7-1 scoreline unless we do see an upset with the pistols. But even then, Space Soldiers are looking so stellar so far. The first match winning at 16-12. Here on Dust2 looking even more convincing. Maybe this is a team on the rise. So, once again, push towards short. Obviously, this is the pistols here from FaZe Clan, so they want the close quarters duels, and that's where they're going to find them towards short. But unfortunately, with no armor, just so easy for those AKs to take them down.
Oh, Olofmeister with 1 swift kill from the Deagles. Xantares and Paz are going to find 2 big pickups. Guardian with a P250 will switch his way back around and connect the headshot at least. And it is now all up to Guardian. It's a 1-on-3. All of his angles of exit are covered. But he has been able to scurry away with the AK. Ooh. Very awkward firefight. Snod's left on 14 HP in the end, does go down, and it's getting worse by the round for FaZe Clan. So much money on Space Soldiers. Engin on 15k, the rest of them looking pretty healthy as well, so weapons can be dropped over if necessary. A double AWP setup will come back out for FaZe though. Guardian going to get 1, Nico going to be using the other. And already, this is 7 rounds picked up. Space Soldiers pretty much taking the half by storm.
You can see Guardian here going for the aggressive peek in towards middle. He knows that FaZe Clan need these advantages early. He's taking those risks to go for those peaks, and it's going to pay off. Oh no, he gets caught there on the edge, trying to jump back in towards middle. Xantares, he's going to win that duel. You already know he's going to win that duel before it even happens. 5 versus 3, the B side's completely clear. Jack, they're going to have to save again. I don't believe it.
In the words of Mighty Max, save again.
Slams desk.
As they are going to have to fall back and hold on to these weapons. It's not ideal at all. Nico clutching onto that AWP for dear life, really. This will be an 8th round picked up for Space Soldiers. At this point, you wonder, when does that momentum slow down?
Wow, they're going to be versus the save weaponry here from FaZe. And obviously, with the round loss bonus, FaZe can drop the weapons to Olaf and Guardian. Flashes coming in. Oof. Karragan is at the off angle. But even he will go down. 8-1 here. This has been a very quick map, Jack. Very, very swift.
Xantares 14-5 as well, to be expected.
Gosh.
Off the back of what he did in that first map, it's not surprising that he's having an absolute game. And that is just the Xantares factor as well. Sometimes he can just pop off to unreal capabilities and really give this team the edge they need.
Flashes coming in. Karragan with the Desert Eagle finds a shot there onto Paz. Players peeking him one by one. Dream scenario for him. Now they can just slowly make their way up towards long, on towards the A side. They've only got to deal with the Deagle or CZ even from Rain. There he goes, down. Smoke or Molly off towards short, and the round is theirs. So this does get a bit more difficult now. Nico gets the frag onto Xantares, so there it is, an AK for him, but there's no armor to back it up. Should really drop that one over to Olafmeister if he can. But Olafmeister goes down. Nico is still alive and kicking.
2 versus 2 now. So they wait for this push to come through. Guardian and Nico. Can they somehow pull out a big play in the next couple of seconds? They're going to need to do something fast if that is the case, and no. They realise it's not worth it. They're going to fall back it with the double AK save, and they will retreat once more. That is a 9-1 half so far. And it is absolutely insane that they're being able to find this many rounds. And still, no signs of them even slowing down yet. So this half could be incredibly inflated in favour of Space Soldiers. 120 ADR there on Xantares. Oh, Major with 19 enemies flashed compared to what the CTs have got on the table. Only 3 flashbangs in total. 13 flashes for Engin. 19 for Major. And that's the support play as well. You can see Xantares. I mean, the amount of entry kills he's had probably were Major supporting him off the very, very well-timed flashes.
Oh, collateral there towards A-Long. They've allowed for Engin to charge up. This round's been on for 15 seconds, Jack, and look where Engin already is. So, 2 versus 4. Engin in a dangerous scenario here where he is able to take shots onto the players from FaZe Clan. He's just made his way in towards middle. The bomb is still in towards T-Spawn. They can try and gang up and take the frag on towards Guardian, towards the B site. This is a very strange round here.
Engin and Xantares. Ooh, the timing not going to work out well for him. Rain obviously rotating over there is going to be able to find him. Gets the headshot as well up to Engin now on a 1 versus 4. And he is done for instantly. 9-2 as FaZe Clan double their rounds.
Well, well, well. 9-2. At least it was around for FaZe. But obviously that means they can be reset. Going for the 3-player towards a long approach, which means obviously we saw again go up towards a long and a short early and exploit that. That is a potential weakness from the setup from FaZe. Bomb in towards the B tunnel, so it could be a mid to B split here. Hold for a long, hold for the mid push, smoke off Xbox, fake as if you're going up short, flash middle, and then do a fast split towards B. Guardian is going to be AWPing there towards the B site. Usually orbs towards middle. This time playing a bit more passive and defensive in towards the B site itself. So, short control now in the favor of Space Soldiers. It's not going to change much here. Still going to be Carrigan in towards Pip. Nico here with the AWP at the ramp. Mid control now in favor of Space Soldiers.
Waiting for this push to come out towards mid. The HE is going to roll down, try and transfer some damage over. Guardian sits the back position now, waiting with his AWP. As they do start to push their way through. Nico gets one. And it is the 4 versus 5 here. Rain with the AK is able to slay initially. Goes through for the second frag as well, as he will take down Major. Guardian punishes Xantares, and FaZe Clan do actually pick up the round, so they're getting themselves into a better position now. It goes 9-3. As we get into round 13, Space Soldiers, they've been dominating the entire game. Can they get themselves any additional rounds at the end of the first half?
They've already got 9 rounds though. So even if they do lose the remaining half, they win it. I mean, we saw a 9-6 half from Ago versus Big on this exact same map only a few hours ago, so nothing in life is promised apart from death, taxes, and technical pauses. So, flashing towards short. 4 players here from Space Soldiers. It didn't work last time, so they're going to be falling back on this. Although, earlier on into the half, they went for their elaborate 4-man smoke towards the A site, and when they did the drop down in towards CT, that worked very well. Could be a replication of that. This time, though, the off angle from Rain in towards the A site. Here it comes. Smoke's coming in towards A. What has FaZe Clan got ready for this?
Well, they get themselves set up to try and go for this play in towards A site. Nico with the AWP is going to be lying in wait, though. And he can be such an effective player in these sort of scenarios. A big transfer of damage between both teams, but no real frags coming through. And Nico, the timing is awful for him. When he peeks up, he slays Rain by stabbing in the back with the AWP. Xantares gets a double kill now as well to bail them out of that situation. And it is the 2 versus 1. Carrigan, the only remaining player, has been detected. Spotted out there by Xantares. Was debating whether or not he wanted to try and grab that AWP. Sticks with the AK. And Carrigan will now start to move his way around. This is going to be a horrible position to be in. Flashbangs over, dives out. It's a 1v2 as he creeps up. Panic shoots as well as he's being shot at, peeks into it, but it is a double face from Major and Xantares. They will find the kill and the round. And it goes 10-3 now.
7-round advantage. For Space Soldiers, FaZe Clan can still buy though. AWP for Nico and Guardian. If they lose this one though, Jack, we're expecting a 12-3 half, but Xantares, star player, going to be taken out by Guardian early on. Maybe get a second as well, as players are just jumping around there towards short, making the fast play. Right into the scope of Nico. Guardian with another one as well towards middle. Paz trying to walk through the smoke. And you have it, Major now last alive in a 1 versus 4.
Major waiting for the push to come towards him. So he does slowly slide around. He does get spotted out. And just runs away. Using the added speed from the knife there, cutting the air, making himself more streamlined, aerodynamic. Will eventually find his way back up in towards T-spawn. In reality, should be detected soon and taken down. Nico will find him, gets the headshot from short. And FaZe Clan get themselves a 4th round. Now we get to round 15. This is it. Seems like it will be a 10-5 half in favor of Space Soldiers, which is still pretty effective.
Yeah, it's true. Obviously, final rounds, they can go for the force buy. Major's still got $2,000 to buy with. Let's go for the MP5, so AWP from Nico pushing in towards short as well. Once again, we see him do this play many, many times. Should work again, and there it is. Molotov goes out. Does fall back. Playing back again towards Goose. So 5 versus 4 here, Jack. This should be the 10-5 half. Yeah,
looks like it. Will definitely be going that way if it carries on in this manner. Obviously, Space Soldiers, nothing really to play with going into this round. They've already lost a man. So it is going to be a struggle. FaZe Clan have to be much stronger by. But here comes the play, as they're going to be smoking out on towards short, and they're going to be pushing their way through. They do the double smokes as well, so this could allude to a CT drop, or it could just be the fake. No, they do delve straight in, but Rain was ready for it, as he will get that kill off and eliminate Paz. Xantares as well detected as Rain carries on his slaughtering grounds. And it is just Major and Engin that remain, and both of them will fall in fairly rapid succession. So it goes 10-5 at the half. Space Soldiers, 5 rounds ahead of FaZe. But is this going to be them closing it down, or will FaZe start to be a bit more revitalized now on this on their T side, rather?
Yeah, I mean, FaZe bring this one back. They were down 8-1, 9-2, and then to see them now 10-5, obviously they are in a situation where they can win, of course. Can't count out the caliber of players on that side of FaZe. But it seems like whenever we cast Pro League online season, something feels off about some of the results. I don't know if you understand, right? But if this was on LAN, you know, Odense, top 8, quarterfinal, this would have been a convincing win for FaZe. I don't know if you agree.
That's just the nature of online CS, though, right? And it's like, yeah, teams like Space Soldiers tend to thrive really well in the online season.
Well, they won the last one, didn't they?
Yeah, see? That's what I mean. Like,
actually, didn't make it out of. Yeah. Actually, you're right.
They thrive in the online season. Like, they always dominate very heavily.
They were born in the online season.
Yeah. Molded by it. Already a man by the first time they saw the land.
Oh dear. So, you're waiting for the players to ready up. Obviously, this is the time to talk pistol strats. Go to the toilet. Call your mum, tell her you love her. And yeah, just have a quick break.
Exactly, before we get underway with our last half of the night. Our third matchup here on Dust2. This one has been a little bit more one-sided, at least, and definitely favouring Space Soldiers in the early rounds. However, will they continue that? Is that going to be carrying over into the second half pistol? Only time will tell. It's a majority buy of armor. Actually, everyone is going to invest into that armor. Free decoy is bought up as well. I wonder if they will have an effect as we get into the game. The push is going to be coming through all the utility on Karrigan, and it is a B bonanza as they are pushing their way in. Paz from the close range angle has his face removed surgically by that Glock. Xantares as well, unfortunately, will suffer the same procedure, and it is already a 3 versus 4. A minute and 30 on the clock. They peek up. Calyx was trying to get that headshot on the bomb planter, as things are going quite awkward for them. Seeming like they really want to test their luck, constantly bobbing and weaving to try and take this firefight. They do have the backstab coming through as well. One player going through tunnels. Engin trying to force the face. Wants them to shoot at him, but his teammates have both been eradicated. And he will surely go down.
There you have it. Pistols go 1 for 1. Fast playing towards that B side there from FaZe Clan, and it works out very, very well. They make it a 5 versus 3. Obviously, retaking that site. It's very, very difficult versus the Glocks when you have no utility to molly out the close angles to flash up the players from the CT side. So, smoking towards Xbox. Ooh, it fails though, Jack. They still get away with no vision. They haven't been seen, so no stack going to be coming out to change that. So, fast belt towards short. Catching the players off guard from Space Soldiers. Very clean round win here from FaZe.
Yeah. Oh, the double dink. Rain was left only on 3 HP, but he still survives and finds a good majority of the frags with 2 kills already going his way. The last 2 men on the side of Space Soldiers, you can't really expect they'll have much going for them. Calyx will at least get the flick up with the P250 and take down Olofmeister, but there goes the double smokes and he's forced to retreat. Oh, he's struggling to do the corner jump as well. You have to go in at a slight angle.
Failed the Xbox smoke. Failed jumping on the Xbox. They should play PS3.
Wow. Good one. That's a dated reference now.
It is actually. Of course, it's the PS4 now, isn't it? Yeah. That goes to show how much I know about consoles. Gosh. Do you know what? I played that new Spider-Man game.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Man, the game.
Spider-Man, yeah. It's really good. It's really, really good. You played it?
No. Oh. No, yeah, it did look alright.
10-7. First buy round of the second half. Space Soldiers on their CT side. Oh, God. What is that from Centaurus? That is crazy.
Carrigan gets 1 kill, takes down Major. Engin, Calyx and Paz are the last 3 that remain. Do you reckon Paz likes Pez?
As in the sweets?
Yeah, not Pro Evolution Soccer. Olofmeister gets the early entry. Paz is going to be able to dink down and find the follow-up headshot. What more can he achieve? Keeps it going as he will be able to eliminate Olofmeister as well. Swings around towards long, a little bit paranoid, goes for the jump shot. Can't quite connect it. It is a 2-on-3. The T side are low, and they can go for the boost up if they want as well to get into an angle to try and peek this, which they will. Paz put on a pedestal, but it's swiftly removed.
Oh. Ooh. Will be getting away.
Will he?
Maybe he will. They know where he is, though. But in terms of cash, they are just going to save on to what they have. Carrigan with the AWP, Guardian with the M4 as well. Their money isn't exactly too strong itself. 8-10. FaZe with the first buy round victory in this matchup. Round number 19. Buy coming through from Space Soldiers. Obviously they have the saved AK from Calyx. HE's grenades going to be invested into as they're going to go for the 5-man towards A long. This can actually work onto Olofmeister and Rain. Let's see if they go for the peak, which they will as they walk into the HE's, and down goes Rain. Ooh, and Olofmeister as well. Bit of a whiff spray there from Carrigan, but at least he gets 1.
Oh, Carrigan still just spamming down, expecting the push to come through. Major will be able to find that frag with the USP. Guardian now stuck outside of long. Is going to retreat away. It is the 2 versus 3, and they are opting to go for a fast hit towards the B site from this point. Carrigan had the smoke to block off vision from CT, but Nico had done it for him. Engin just hiding behind the box. If they don't clear this, they'd be very foolish, and they will actually be punished because of it as well. And he's toying with them, gets the first headshot off. Guardian is so low, you can see him flicking over as well, knowing he wants that AK, but if he sticks to the P250, he should be able to find success anyway, and his teammates will bound in and bail him out. Space Soldiers, they get themselves an 11th round now.
There you have it. Tactical timeout going to be called by FaZe Clan after losing a round. 18 kills here for Zentaras. Obviously 27 in the last one as well. So he's been playing lights out so far in this best of 2. Obviously in terms of the leaderboard before this matchup happened, it was completely tied up neck and neck. 15 points, 8 maps played. Now obviously Space Soldiers on 18 with that win. So they're going to be going towards the top of the leaderboard. I think they're going to be ranked number 2 now, depending on how the Astralis matchup goes, because obviously Astralis went 1-1, so Space Soldiers win this, they're going to be number 1 for a few days. as they were last season. Warp from Guardian. At the spawn. Didn't quite have the perfect opportunity though. Major with the AWP as well this time. So it's not Paz AWPing, it's going to be Major. And he's going to be doing it towards A short. Very commonplace to AWP. Very good and very effective if you know that the Ts are not flashing towards this angle. Oh, actually, we've got a little bit of a bait set up as well for Zentares. Wow, actually, I don't think that little edge there of the wall was there in the former iteration of Dust2. So you can actually bait behind that and do a little quick base up. I like that.
Smoke on short. Major playing from shocks. Waiting for the push to come in to give FaZe Clan a shock. If they don't suspect him in this angle. Setting themselves up for it. He's going to re-smoke as well. Trying to run that clock down to as low as possible before the burst does come through. As he just bides his time. The T's starting to get a little bit antsy as FaZe Clan set themselves up. Well, if they push into this as well, Snods, damage from the Molotov and the HE could be awful. He does have to fall off, drops the counter flash there as well to keep them back, and to be fair, he's wasted an awful lot of time. FaZe Clan, with 21 seconds left on the clock, they have to scarper out through short and attempt to bombard the site. This could be very awkward, but Major, literally in their face, misses the opening shot. Rain's able to double down as he gets the follow-up frag. Nico comes through as well, and they're being picked to pieces. It's now a 4-on-3. Zentares has 5 HP to his name, and he has been wall-banged through the box by Guardian. Engin gonna push up, big tag, but again, a further wall-bang coming out, and everyone is crumbling.
That's the reset against Space Soldiers. FaZe Clan I'll open their way in towards the A site. Very, very good round there for the whole team across the board. And the cash now for Space Soldiers gets so awkward for them going forward. Calix can drop over a weapon, Major can buy as well. Engin's going to have 3,600 to work with. So they can go for a 3 rifle buy. 2 rifle buy, AWP onto Major. Maybe a FAMAS for Engin. That's probably the best way I see this one going out for Space Soldier, but they're going to go force and go for it. So if they lose this one, Jack, it's 10-11, Space Soldier's eco. It's 11-11. We're all squared up. With FaZe Clan and how they looked in their second half, I would definitely be favouring them going forward.
Guardian opens it up nicely as well. Blows them away on long, like a very strong wind. They've now got a little bit of map control to play with as well. Carrigan furthering this lead as he gets a double kill there. Leaving everyone completely shut down towards the B area of the map. But Zentares, the headshot potential is always through the roof as he gets that double kill. Puts out the Molotov as well and starts to extend further out. He's hungry for this one, but does he realize there is a player to his left sitting in the elevated position? That shot will give the game away. He goes for the first peek, but Zentares is winning this round. Finds that kill on Guardian. Unfortunately, Nico is a one-tap machine. Lands that AK shot, tries to save the AWP, but was a little bit too slow.
Too slow indeed, and with that now, it's going to be the eco for Space Soldiers, as we alluded to earlier. We should be getting to the equal scoreline, which means going forward into this matchup, the excitement will only boil over. Guardian there nearly gets the tag on the cross, doesn't quite manage it though. Nico getting very aggressive here, but maybe not with Zentares and Calix awarding deagles. So Zentares with 1. Bomb still left in towards T-spawn, so it's a very slow round coming out here from the likes of FaZe Clan. They know not to run any risks, and instead they made us group up somewhere, maybe just push towards A long as a unit.
Rain has been eliminated. Carrigan is brought down to 50 HP. And what do they do now? They get themselves up on short, trying to slowly make their move around. Nice weapon switch in unison there. Opting for the Bogdan's Law as Carrigan is down to 50. He will maintain the AWP in his hands though and focus towards lower. The rest of the squad get grouped up and ready to explode out towards that A site. They have the utility to play with. Engin, really the frontline defense, is forced back as the Molotov will ignite his sight. Tries to peer over the top, but doesn't really have clear vision. A big spam comes through. He's got the low, but he can't finish them. Isn't able to capitalize against the weakened players. And that CT side is being torn to shreds. Everyone survives, apart from Rain. And this has not gone well. This will be 11-11.
So, now the game really gets underway. In terms of money, Space Soldiers are going to have their full buy into this one. It's going to be interesting to see how they change things going into their second half, into the rest of the second half, because remember, Jack, they were 10-5 up. They've won 1 round since then and conceded 6. FaZe Clan looking very good individually. We've seen some very good picks from Guardians Orb. Nico, especially been very good individually. Or has it been Space Soldiers tapering off towards the latter portions of this half? But this is the problem. It feels like notoriously they are far weaker on their CT side than they are on their T side. And if they don't get... I mean, even then they had 10 rounds. Strange to see, but it's not as if any team has an advantage. Both all squared up. Once again, Space Soldiers going to be going for the 3-man long setup. As they... Ooh, strange. They use their grenades. They leave just Engin alone here. And they rotate towards short to get aggressive. Zantara, as you've seen, get very aggressive sometimes. Sometimes it's looked very, very stupid, but other times it has worked. Flashbang comes in towards middle. Nika going to be clearing out those angles. Slowly taking map control now as short is next on the agenda.
Pushing their way up to try and go for the short plays. Zantares is close, but what can he really find? Flashbang comes across. Zantares gets the first and tries to continue his reign of terror as well as he shuts down 2 men in rapid succession. This is a good position to be in. Space Soldiers finally looking like they've perked up a little bit now on their CT side. Off the back of that big play from Zantares. 3 men remain. Olofmeister testing his luck out towards long, slips into the pit. And Karrigan and Guardian are still alive and standing as well.
"38 seconds left. FaZe Clan to work with. Guardian is low. 5 versus 3. It's incredible what Space Soldiers get done without an AWP each and every time. As push coming in towards middle. Smoke going to be coming in towards the... Oh, Major just jumped off the boxes at the wrong time. Or was it? 10 seconds left. The bomb is down. Calyx is still here, and Karrigan did not anticipate the second player on that side. There's still time though. Olofmeister, if he was to find the kill onto Calyx, he could get the bomb down, try play that 1 versus 2. However, now it's 12-11. But FaZe Clan still in one of the bank, and if they win this round, they reset Space Soldiers, and it just continues this story arc of Space Soldiers concede a round, they get reset, they lose multiple rounds following that before they have another chance with their rifles. So, Guardian with a... Wow, that must have been a cross kill. All the peek coming in from Major is hard to see.
So Space Soldiers already lose their first player into this round. Zantares is going to drop back off short and just play close to the boost here. Drops the smoke as well. As they're playing it very slow. Zantares extends out, was just trying to get the angle so hard there, and Rain spots him first and is able to react very quickly with the AK. Rips his way through him. It does fall into the 5 versus 3 now into this position. Paz slowly going to push up, but again, it's a further frag for Rain. Olofmeister as well gets involved with the action now, and it's only a matter of time until Calyx is found, as he is going to try and retreat and get away. This should go 12-12. Oh, he's been spotted. And Olofmeister has the rotate there, cuts it off. And the scoreline is equalised as we go into round 25.
Space Soldiers tactical timeout. As you can understand why. Full reset. $1,400 across the board if they force it. Calyx can buy an M4. Mage can go for an MP5 and utility. Paz as well could maybe go for the UMP Kevlar, but even then, like utility, pretty best to go for a CZ and armor and diffuse kit, etc. 1400 for Rangin and Zentara, so it's not looking good for them going forward. If they force it, then lose, it's 13-12, and they're on eco, 14-12. Especially after being 10-5 up, they're going to be kicking themselves with the situation they're left in.
Guardian tries to go for the early frag towards mid. Isn't able to find too much though. Just gets a small inkling of information. Space Soldiers, all they have to play with is these pistols. Calyx is the only one that's going to buy into it as he does whip out the Deagle. Rest of them sticking to the USPs, and time will begin to tick down now as we get to 1 minute 25 on the clock. Calyx's first contact, but you can't really do too much. It is a simple trade of HP between the both of them. Karrigan does come off a little bit more worse for wear, but he's still alive. That is all that is important.
So, minute left here. Guardian with the smoke. So where does this one land? Okay, so it's one of the smokes to cut off the top of a long. Isolating and get alone there towards pit, but it will be falling back in towards the smoke, so FaZe Clan are just slowly cutting off all the angles and positions in which Space Soldiers could be using. Brilliant shot there from Calyx. Now the 5 versus 4. They've herded FaZe Clan into a push towards the A side. Flank coming in from Paz.
Smokes are going to be going down as they will try and get their way across up onto that site. Rain gets first contact. Major will kill one man with the USP, but the trades are coming in thick and fast as the T's just annihilate. Karrigan popping off there with 3 kills. Again, it appears like it will just have to be a save for the last remaining member of Space Soldiers, sprinting away to try and clutch onto this weapon. And FaZe Clan will have the advantage. It will go 13-12 now.
Issue is for Space Soldiers, they can't even buy into the next one. $1,900, so they're going to have... Calyx can buy, he can actually drop over an M4 as well. Paz, I mean, if they do go for a buy, it would be 4 rifles and then 1 SMG potentially. So they can maybe try and front that risk and that cost. But if they lose it, they're most likely going to be losing the map 100%. So, yeah, going for the force. It's a fat mass actually from Engin. I would have expected him to go for utility and a UMP, but nope, we'll be going for the fat mass instead of 1 smoke. No head armor as well, but obviously that's irrelevant versus the AKs. Technical pause from FaZe Clan as Nico hasn't bought yet, so maybe he has the issue.
Potentially so. And now everyone's blue. Dabba dee dabba die.
Yeah. Everyone's a CT. Everyone wins.
Good.
This is a Hollywood film. We're all the protagonists here, the main characters. And none of us can ever die.
It's going to end nicely. Well, 13-12 being the current scoreline as FaZe do take their tech pause. Space Soldiers, they looked so commanding in the first half and they have had moments of greatness, but it just seems like they can't quite close this game down. They are struggling here. 6 points would be up for grabs as they've already secured 3 from the first matchup. If they could take the 3 here, it would be huge for them. But FaZe looking like they're trying to force this into a split of the series, so both teams only walk away with 3 points each. That appears to be how this game is going.
So, not We're going to be live very shortly. Approximately 90 seconds. So, again, if you are FaZe, you are versus potentially the last buy from Space Soldiers. If FaZe Clan win this one, it's 14-12. And Eco from Space Soldiers, then it's 15-12. 3 match points. FaZe should be closing out that map. And 1-1, I think that's the best way. I think my prediction was a 1-1 draw. I would have thought it would be Dust2 for a win on Space Soldiers. You thought it'd be Inferno, so fair play, you're correct on that one. So, we've seen Xantares here, 26, 27 kills already. No one else really delivering in terms of numbers for Space Soldiers. Someone really has to step up here and help him.
He does need someone to assist him. Can't do it all on his own. And any help would probably be lovely right now. As it is 13-12. It's been a very, very close affair. And it seems like we might be ready to get underway with the action once again, as we're going to be living on free and then carrying on with the game, it seems. So the tech pause must have been remedied and the issue fixed. I can only imagine as the buys now come back through.
So, coming into this round then, we've seen from Space Soldiers on the CT side, unable to gather 2 rounds while FaZe have had 8. And why is that? It's hard to pinpoint it. It's not as if it's been, you know, an amazing execution from one of the sites. Instead, it's just been overall outplay. Individually, across the board. Very good trade kills coming out from FaZe Clan as well. Each time they come in towards the site. That was a very close shot there.
Oh no.
Oh no. Bad flashbangs.
Yeah, very awkward. And Xantares has had an absolute field day there. He's just been able to run away with it. Engin will try and take the firefight again. Nico does punish him. And they brought it back, as it does fall into a 2 versus 3. Space Soldiers, can they still pick it up from this point onwards? Xantares had 2. Paz has been able to get a pretty big kill as well. Guardian slowly encroaches his way through mid, so he's getting a big read. At the very least, this is giving him tons of information about what is going on. And Nico going to be diverting the entire way around, but look at this. Paz, he's up in spawn. He's in a huge position to try and punish here as he'll stick his head out, gets contact, begins to retreat. Nico loses that firefight to Paz with the M4 of all weapons as well. Surely this round is over. This has got to be a Space Soldiers pickup. But Guardian with a quick flick will be able to at least find that kill on Paz.
Smoke doesn't really help anyone here. Maybe it does. 13-13. FaZe Clan can still buy. Nearly 30 kills here. For Xantares, before someone even gets to 15, well, Calyx just at 15, so doubling the kills from his teammates. Unbelievable performance from him. So 30-13 though, Jack. Coming into this one, it is the final buy for Space Soldiers. If they lose this, get reset, it's GG. I know I've said that many, many times so far, but it is the case for their money. FaZe Clan as well, their money isn't exactly anything to write home about. So, winner of this, you could argue, wins the map. But it's all to play for. 3-man play towards a long, actually 5-man actually. No one going towards short just yet from FaZe Clan, so they can maybe take control towards long, do the double smoke towards the cross, and take the site itself. Together. That could very well be the right play to make. But look how passive Space Soldiers are playing right now towards A long. They're completely giving it up.
Slowly taking this map control towards long. As they do begin to push their way out. Flashbang is going to go over. Engin and Xantares push down. But they don't find anything on there. Because in reality, everyone is grouped up slowly doing the conga line of war up long to kick this round off. The grenade is going to burst behind them, transfer a fair bit of damage. Major glides down to get into a better position to try and backstab. Calyx will find one, but Nico trades it. Guardian also coming into effect quite nicely. Major is in the close range angle, goes for the jump spam, wants to deny the plant, and unfortunately gets him so low, but couldn't finish him off. And the CTs are struggling now. They're in an awkward position. They are being picked to pieces, and the round will go the way of FaZe Clan. So that is a huge cash reset coming into effect as well. Space Soldiers will have very little money into this round.
Heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. They have a 10-5 half. They've now won only 3 rounds on the CT side, and every single round they've won, Jack, they've instantly been reset afterwards and then paid the price with their economy. Unable to get consistent rounds here, and the result is pistols. 2 SMGs, CZ for Major, 2 Deagles for Paz and Engin. And with that, and this is the force as well, Jack. If they lose this, it's 15-13 and Space Soldiers still back onto pistols again. So FaZe Clan, the heavy favourites, to close this one out in regulation, as they are holding across the map with a very standard default. Waiting for any aggression from the CT side, but so far nothing to come of it just yet. The Space Soldiers hold as well.
Gonna put him on the boost. See what he can achieve if they do go for a push in towards this B site. As of right now, FaZe Clan, they're pretty close towards mid. They could try and set themselves up for that short take and go for the bombardment on the A site once more. It's been working quite well for them, and that does appear to be the call. 55 seconds on the clock. An absolute abundance of utility and a rapid flick from Guardian. That is just lunacy that he's been able to land that shot. Incredible stuff. Keeps on going as well. The gift that keeps on giving as Guardian punishes the second man in Major. Will be looking to try and add a third to the tally, but Rain will do it for him. Eliminates Engin towards mid. Karrigan should explode onto both of the men that are there. Olofmeister will help him out. That is 15-13. Match point secured. 1 round away between FaZe Clan closing down this game.
Let's see then. Space Soldiers, what have they got to deny? That's 16th from FaZe Clan. Right now, not much at all. 3 SMGs. MP5 there for Calyx. 2 MP9s for Engin and Zentares. The Scout for Major. And then the Deagle for Paz. As Karrigan with the op spawn. Doesn't catch the cross though. But Engin will catch the bullets from Guardian. 5-4 as it goes. Frantic rotations there from Space Soldiers from middle. So, 3 players towards long. They are going to be falling back, that they have control there. They can leave the AWP onto Guardian in towards pit here and search for the kill against Major's AWP, which may be happening right now. Oh, you do not want to peek him. Wow.
No, you definitely do not. Guardian proving why he has always been so formidable with that AWP for so many years as he punishes. Rotate going to come around. Zentares looking to go for the boost, get a player up on top of his noggin and put him up on the elevated angle. 3 CTs that remain, and it is not looking good for them. You can only imagine this is going to go 16-13 and be shut down by FaZe Clan into this round, as in reality, Space Soldiers have just not got too much left to fight with. Guardian keeps them busy on A, will be killed at least. And they're only now going to realise what has occurred, that it's all been a ruse and they've been lampooned. The B site is where the true play has occurred. And even for the retake, probably not the best weapons you could imagine to be going into a firefight with. It's an MP5, an MP9 and an AWP on Paz. Zentares takes the MP9 into close range, but if he's not careful, he will be slain by Karrigan here. Goes for the pre-fire, it's an easy headshot as well when he eventually does find himself in Mortal Kombat. And it's down to the last 2 remaining CTs now, Snods, as the push will come back through. Paz burnt up and looking crispy as he's left on 50 HP. It's now or never as the push will come through. It's a 1-for-1 trade and Nico will shut down the game. There it is. FaZe Clan. They split the series as both teams will be walking away with 3 points today. The third and final Dust2 matchup is won by FaZe Clan.
Yeah, 1-1 as they do draw, both gaining 3 points here on the standings, both actually ending exactly in the same position they started. 9 wins now, 10 maps played, 9 wins, and 18 points each. So, for both these teams, I think for Space Soldiers, they're going to be happy with their 1-1 draw, obviously, versus a team like FaZe Clan. You know, similar to the Australises, when you play versus these top teams, to go 1-for-1 as a bare minimum, they're going to be happy with that going forward. I think wins like this cements them to the finals.
Yeah, which is a really big statement to have. Obviously, there's still games against some weaker opponents left for them. It's a big win versus FaZe. If they can keep that up against the teams that, in reality, you don't really expect them to be winning those series, at the very least, carry on splitting the series. It will work out quite nice for them as we whiz through the highlights of this series. Definitely some big moments. Antares, huge impact today, living up to the name and the legend that he built for himself.
Very, very true. Obviously, at the end of that map there, over 30 kills for him. No one else in his team really stepping up, and the big problem the Space Soldiers had in that whole matchup was the lack of consistency on that CT side. We saw they won 3 buy rounds, but instantly reset following that, forced to face the music and get reset onto pistols. 2 rounds following that one, and this is consistent cycle of winning a round, conceding 2, winning a round, conceding 3, and 3 again, and then eventually it was neck and neck, and FaZe Clan reset them again for a 3rd, 4th time, and it was GG.
Yeah, it is pretty wild how that one has gone down, but in the end we do have our victor in FaZe Clan. So they split the series. A lot of points being split today.
Yeah, obviously we had the 1-1 G2 versus Windigo, which is very surprising to see, especially the fashion that series happened as well. Following that one, the 2-0 for Big. And then, yeah, it was 2-0 for Big. It was overtime, wasn't it? So it was 2 points for them. Yeah. And then, obviously, the matchup that you guys have just seen, FaZe Clan versus Space Soldiers.
Well, let's just refresh everyone's memory there as we do have the scores now on stream. Obviously, the A stream as well. Those games have now concluded. And the double bill for Na'Vi, they did not drop a single map. They won both games against Space Soldiers. They went on to then win both games versus NiP as well. So some very interesting results. For Astralis as well, they actually do drop that second map on Train, of all maps, versus NiP.
Yeah, well, I mean, we saw Astralis drop a map of the major, right? And then look what happened. So I wouldn't read into all this stuff. As of right now, it's only week 2. And yeah, I mean, so far for teams such as Windigo, they're going to be happy with that win. Go, at least they got a point, but they were 14-8 up. This should have been the map win to get their 3rd win of the season. And for Space Soldiers, they're going to be happy with the 1-1.
Yeah, well, there you have it. That is all of the games today done and dusted. The triple bill of Dust2 was definitely an interesting one.
Yeah, it was good.
We are done for the day. Any final thoughts on today's games?
Dust2 was good to watch, and apart from that, yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah,
well, now it's time for DE_bed as we are completely done. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, as we will be going on all week until Sunday night. Keep it locked for ESL, and also head on over to watch the NA broadcast that will be starting very shortly. Thank you for watching.